That is the machine we want. But this is in the way. That's not a very good start. Now you may or may not be able to see the slight cock up ahead with a sprayer in it.
Ah, oh, beautiful.
Right, welcome to a Monday morning. We can tell it's a Monday morning. So I got into the work office nice and early this morning, put my GoPro on charge, and I left it there when I left. So I've got my second one. There's no microphone, so you're gonna have to bear with me, because I won't be back in the office till later on today. But behind me here, I've got the 155 and the set of Dalbo flat rolls. We're gonna want those later on for rolling in some grass seeds. It might even be tomorrow morning, but I brought them up to the block of ground where we're gonna be working. I'm actually gonna unhook these here. I'm gonna take the tractor back to our other block of ground, which is sort of straight over there, and pick up the power harrow, and then we're going to power harrow up the arable ground that we've got away from the farm. That is going into grass seeds, and then we'll leave the power up here when we're done, because we've got some ground up here that is going into barley this year that was grass. Craig's also out mowing this morning. John's going to go and turn the grass behind him, so we'll get this power harrowed, and then depending on who finishes first out of me or Craig, we'll go back and get the grass seeder on and calibrated, and get up here and do some grass seeding. Right, that is the roller dropped off. We'll head over and pick up the power harrow. Right, we are now power harrowing. I've realised I've also forgotten my sunglasses, and the sun is glaring off the bonnet here and I'm squinting. It's a bad morning all round for getting things. That was a bit of an ordeal picking that up. There's a load of cows in the field where it was, so that took a minute to pick up. But we've got it in the ground. I don't know how much you can see. We're not doing too much with it. We just really want to level the ground out, make a bit of a tilt for the grass seeds. So I'll power harrow over it all, and then by the time we get up here with the seeder later on, it will have dried out on top. And the seeder we've got is an Einbach, so it's got a load of like sprung tines, and then a little fan jet for the seeds, and then the flat rolls I brought up, we'll roll it in afterwards. So there's not really an awful lot to show you power harrowing. We just go up and down in a straight line until we've covered the whole field. I'm nearly at this headland now. Ideally we would have cut the hedges first, but we just haven't got to it. It's the 4th of September now, so the hedge trimming season is open. We haven't put the trimmer on yet. As soon as we do, someone will come up here and do it. For anyone who's not familiar with a power harrow and what they do, they're all fairly similar. But basically the first point of contact with the ground is the feet. So they have feet that are intertwined a bit like this, and then they rotate round, basically just mash up anything in the middle that gets in between them. Then we got the levelling boards, which you can adjust, so you can lift them up and down depending on how much soil you want to drag with you, or how deep you've got the feet in the ground. So ours are actually set fairly high, so all we want to do, I'm barely touching the soil, only the top 2 or 3 inches, just dragging it along so it does level the ground out from the few ruts I've made with the other cultivator, and also the combine and tram lines I've made. And then you get several different types of rollers. So we've got a spiral roller, which is a bit of an illusion on your eyes. It sort of does this as it goes along. A lot of power harrows have a heavy packing roller on, just to consolidate and keep the moisture in. Of course, auto steer makes this job a hell of a lot better as well. So yeah, we're not really packing this down because we want to leave a bit of a tilt. I'll show you when I get out and go to the other field. Ready for the grass seeds to go into. It will then be scratched over with the tines from the Einbach, and then we'll roll it with the flat rollers to get a very good seed to soil contact, and hopefully have a very nice field of herbal late grass seeds. Look at that though, isn't that awesome? So that's where we started over there. I've got a little triangle of short work to do at the end. Following along on our screen here nicely. I think we're running nearly parallel to that hedge, so that'll fill all that in quite nice. And we've got the short work to mess around with over there. Now you may or may not be able to see the slight cock up ahead with a sprayer in it. Just there. That is always where I start, and I head this way. For whatever reason it started killing stuff, and then it stopped, and then it started again. Can't really make up my mind as to why it's done that. The only thing I can think of is that the last product I sprayed before this glyphosate was still in the ends of the nozzles in the boom. So before that flushed out, obviously no glyphosate got on the ground, but the rest of it is killed perfect. Look at all this. Just a little green tinge along there. By the time we power harrow that in, you won't even know it's been there. Oh. It sounded like a stone. That is the one thing with power harrows, if you have big stones around, obviously the way they work, there's nowhere for the stone to go. It either breaks the stone up or it bounces over it or it breaks the power harrow. It all looks to be working still. Right, first field El Completo. Now I thought I'd just show you quickly the job that it is doing whilst we're changing field here. There's a little bit of satellite drift, look on the GPS. So the downside to not having RTK is I started here and worked that way, and then when I come back here to fill in, the bit of satellite drift means it don't quite match up, but that won't matter, that'll still get covered in grass seed. Yeah, you can see we're making this nice fine seed bed just on the top. I've not really gone very deep at all. Look, you can see the fine stuff ends about an inch, so that'll be perfect just to get the seeds in here. It will tighten it all over, and then we'll pack it down with a roller, and hopefully job will be a good one. We've got this gate post here, and we still haven't taken it away, which is a bit of an annoying thing because now it's in the field and we want to sort of level it up. This stuff here is working up almost too well, but as you can see behind me there's a new track there, and right against here, the first 10 metres or so is all the topsoil they took off where they put the track and sort of scattered it over along here. I worked it in with the cultivator when I come up here ripping. We're back into proper field now. But yeah, that stuff up there's like dust. John's up here in the truck. He says he's got a strap with him, so he's going to come and try and tow that big concrete post out the way somewhere. Should be interesting. I don't really want to stand anywhere that can spin and hit me. Oh!
Oh, beautiful. Well, maybe a bit. We can. It's only there to there. We can kick it back. I don't think it'll be I expect you'll have worse done to it. Yeah, proper! Good work, Josh, very good work. How does it feel?
Well, to be the first one to plough up the track.
What? I hardly think that's horrendous.
No, well, that way we actually use this track, but now we've got to get this thing off. Yeah, I'm on. Oh, you can tell we was out there pint of milk this morning there, can't you, chaps? Let's get back to this job. I think I probably missed another bit there with the sprayer. Hell of a crop though. God. Hope the grass seeds come up looking like that. The grassy stuff doesn't mince in as well. So the things we want to get done, we're probably not going to get the grass seeds drilled today, so when I get back, get the Einbach on probably this tractor, get it all calibrated so that tomorrow it's just ready to go. And then we're thinking we'll put the hedge trimmer on Craig's tractor, because that's what it's set up for at the moment. And then in the morning, me and John have got to go and weigh a load of cattle, which will leave Craig the time to come up and hedge trim these two fields. I'll then come up and drill them after we finish with the cattle, which will then leave John able to roll them in. Just trying to get everything lined up, you know, it's a logistical nightmare sometimes. Done and done. You can see where the sun's dried out what I did earlier and the stuff behind me here. Right, we're back in the yard. I've got the other GoPro now, so you hopefully have better quality audio. Just going to drop this power harrow down on our stone landing, and then we've had a little team meeting. The motion has been carried for the hedge trimmer going on, and we'll put the Einbach on this. So got to move the forager as well. I've got the key in my pocket. I said to John earlier when he was up in the field helping me move that gate post, it wouldn't be too hard, I don't think, to make a little frame on the back here. This power harrow is designed to have a combination unit on it. There's some framework here that you could sort of build a base to put one of those cedar units on. We got a slug pelleter, a fans, is it a Stocks fan jet or something like that, that we've used to spread grass seeds for in the past. It's worked really well. You could nearly put it on there and have it going as your power harrow. Be a one-pass job then. Let me know in the comments how you drill your grass seeds. I've done everything on the various places I've worked, from putting them on with a Vicon waggy tail first spinner, the combination drill, Einbach, jet seeder. Everyone does it different. Right, see if this old girl start up. That is the machine we want. But this is in the way. Right, sports fans, what do we reckon? Oh, beauty. Well, I reckon the battery was duff then in that case. Right, I'm going to leave this running whilst I hook the iron block on, just so it charges the battery a little bit. John's got the turner out. He's replaced a couple of tines that were missing on the end there. We'll take that up and turn the grass this afternoon in a minute. Oh, I've just fueled this one up, fuel and AdBlue, so we'll jump back in and stick it on the iron block. Right then chaps, I think we're on. I know we're on. We have to do a fair bit of linkage adjustment. This has a very, very narrow 3-point linkage on this machine. I've come down to our small ruminant facility, so where the sheep are currently housed, to calibrate this machine, purely because I know there's a weigh scale in that room. So this is our bag of seed we got here. For anybody interested, that is the mixture. So it's a herbal lay mix. So what we need to do now is open this lid and tip the bag of seed in, and then we'll go through the calibration process, which involves taking the tray off down here, various things. That's not a very good start. Right, there is the seed mix. There's some clovers, some grasses, some chicory, plantain, all sorts in there. Now what is very important, you make sure that this is locked, both ends, and sealed properly. Because it needs to be sealed in order for the fan to work properly. Right, hopefully you can now hear 2 fans running in there, which will mean we got air coming out all of these things here. So far so good. It will only dispense seed when that wheel down there is turning. So that wheel is what lets the roller, drives the rollers in there and dispenses the seed. We'll stop the fan spinning for a minute, which we have to come in here and disconnect the live. Now once upon a time it did have a control box, which is all still down there, and some leads and various things. That all got very temperamental. We don't use this thing loads, but enough to need it to work when it does when using. So we've just wired it straight to the battery with some crocodile clips, so that the fan is always spinning. When testing, do not run the fans. That's right, we've turned them off. Turn the land driving wheel the number of turns for your size of machine. So we have a 5 meter, so we need to turn it 16 times. Weigh the seed collected in grams, multiply this and divide it. This will equal the kilos of seed per hectare. Good. Right, now that is 16 turns of the drive wheel. Let's go and measure this. Right, I've already torn the scale, so whatever's in there is whatever it is. 794 grams. 794 grams times 100 divided by 1,000. That reckons we're doing 79.4 kilos to the hectare. I better go and have another go. It says on the instructions, it's a bit confusing, to times the number you come up with by 100, and then divide it by 1,000. Why not just divide it by 10 in the first place? Right, I think we are there. If this reads the same as what it did just now. Yes, 36.1. I'm not even going to bother changing that. We want 35. 36 is absolutely spot on from my book. Put the seed back in the hopper. Call it jobs are good. Alright, that's more like it. And that goes up over the top of you, like so. Oh, that's more fitting. 21 is what we want. I'll make a note of that in the tractor so that for next time we use same seed, we can just set it up and go. So that is us all ready to go seeding, but I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until the next video because I will be doing it tomorrow. I know I'm a tease, but hopefully you think it's worth watching. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out all the links down in the description below. I'm sure there's one there that you want to follow. And I'll see you guys on another video very soon. Cheerio.